just so high that there's too many factors to take into account.
Would you be willing to compromise, Max? Would you be willing to do something maybe along the lines of setting a trap for a rotation for Go?
That, yes.
Yes.
Approved.
I could be on board with that.
So you're jumping.
I'm not jumping. Take on that.
Mark of a good analyst
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Compromise, yes.
And you guys can't see it right now, but. But yeah, for some of surprising who's going to be playing that spoiler role, I do want to continue on with this storyline. Regnum Karya versus GOAT. Show me how they've been performing today. Which one is the team that's been performing the best? I think I have an idea, but overall, wow.
Damn.
GOAT does have one win.
They do.
They do, but Regnum Karya has everything else, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, and right now it's between these two teams, right? No matter what happens, reject or wait till in the rankings. They're not involved, meaning 100%. Next game, we will be crowning a new PMGO champion. Is
true.
it going to be a team as Regnum Karya, or is it going to be GOAT quality? We'll have to wait and see in the next few minutes.
Any guesses?
Regnum.
Regnum?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
No, do not.
Please.
Don't.
Make sure you be ready back here, because after this break, we're going to go into the final match of the 2025 PMGO Uzbekistan. I would say it's a tight race going into the last one, but if Regnum Karya ends up playing their game, if they make sure that just GOAT doesn't end up winning, this is theirs to win.
It is indeed. I'm very excited. This has been a long time coming for a lot of these players and this team as a whole, right? We've been wanting this since London, since PMGC. Yeah. What was it, 2 points, 1 point, something like that?
It was damn close, yeah.
Yeah, so this would be nice for them to get this win, but GOAT are already looking for it. They're chasing it down. 85 points on the board for them. All they need is a chicken dinner in this last match.
Yeah, from the few chats we just had with some of the players, seeming like the overall idea is playing our own game, not really changing anything. Because again, their own playstyle they've been working on for like almost years now for some of the players has been perfected to try and get these wins. They're just going to stick to the game, try their best, but there could always be like just a random factor thrown in there and just put your entire plan to shame.
Us three just got a chance to talk to the Regnum Karya coach. We asked him, anything different? No, we're just going to play our game. Maybe a chance of a hot drop? No, we think GOAT is just going to land somewhere completely random, so we're not even going to risk it. But he did say, Max, that they are willing to maybe compromise a little bit and try to cut him off in a rotation if possible.
Compromise? I think I heard that not too long ago. No, realistically, if you know the entry point of GOAT, how they tend to enter into the circle, we can just maybe go for wide rotation and shut that down specifically that way without really putting yourself in too bad a spot itself, right? So I think there's a really big opportunity. We do see stuff like that going down. But again, we're just theorizing at this point. Anything could happen. Phase 1 circle could be one of the weirdest circles we've seen in a long time. We might get an island finish over to the east. Okay, maybe not.
Don't.
But maybe.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
That was one of the best finishes we have seen.
It kind of was, though.
D plus
It was
fans
awesome.
are like, oh, we want it again, but we're not here.
For GOAT, though, I mean, for this team, not only do they have to go pretty much try to win this game, right? They have to try to win via the Smash roll if they want to become champions. But if they don't end up being the champions, if they don't end up winning, they need to be careful because there is one team that's fairly close by, 7 points away, and that's Enigma Galaxy.
I mean, I've been talking about them all day, 7, 3.
They hate that number.
2. Enigma Galaxy are chasing that second place, and you're right. There are only a few points left for them to close that gap and to actually beat GOAT out at that second place. And the way that they played that last game, 7 points seems to me entirely possible for Enigma Galaxy.
The third place curse, man, is really bad for Enigma Galaxy. But Redox said second place. We were trolling him, going like third place. He said, we go in second place, which realistically, Enigma Galaxy, when it comes to getting wins, like they do struggle, but they tend to always get some pretty high point games, like at least elimination-wise. I think there's a high chance that here GOAT could just be targeted by a team they don't expect, which could be Enigma Galaxy, because at this point, I don't think they have too much to lose realistically.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the other teams. One team that you actually mentioned that doesn't really matter when we look at the overall, but it does matter of what they're able to do here. It's going to be 4MV. This team, nowhere near the front, right? I looked at top earlier. I was like, I'm kind of sleeping right now, and he just laughed it off. Don't worry, I have a good friendship with him.
Fair enough.
he got the joke. He got the joke. But the thing is that that team is able to frag out. So you're talking about targeting. You're talking about some of these teams has been really fragging heavy. For example, like 4MB. If you're trying to be Regnum Karya and make sure that GOAT doesn't end up winning, if you're trying to be GOAT and make sure that you do end up winning this last match, they need to make sure they back off from that fight in Neptura.
Absolutely. I felt like 4MV were just only now starting to wake up, which is a real shame because it's match 12 and it doesn't matter anymore. But that does pose a risk for teams in that Smash zone. GOAT, Enigma even, as well as Regnum, right? So yes, definitely something to look out for. A few other teams, I mean, Upgrade just got a win on Miramar. We know them to be a heavily fragging team. Again, not in a position to actually take the tournament win, but certainly in a position to be very, very dangerous.
Wow, beyond excited, man. I have, how's this game going to go down from minute 1? It could be one of the weirdest games we've ever seen, or it could just be like down to the normal gameplay until the very last few circles like we've had in the last wrangle. Expectations are high. What are we going to get at the end? We have no idea, but man, I'm telling you, the Smash rule might just be happening very soon.
You know what? Let's do something that we haven't done throughout this whole tournament that much. Let's try to do a quick little prediction game.
Ooh.
I'm going to start off with you, Neptura.
Regnum.
Regnum?
Yes.
To win this match,
Nigma to win this match, Regnum to win the whole thing. Oh, hi.
Max!
Oh,
You
I
know
can
what?
see John.
Before we go with your prediction, John, going into this last match, do you think GOAT is going to be able to clutch it up and win it via the Smash rule, or do you think it's going to be Regnum Karya?
I think it's quite unlikely. It's who the crowd's back in. That's right, upgrade.
Oh.
This
Back to
guy.
back.
This.
Nice.
Oh.
Get a load of this guy.
Disappointed.
My third unofficial analyst.
Yeah.
By the way, you do have some amazing points during that cast.
Thank you, thank
Who
you.
do you have?
Regnum Karya, honestly.
Yep.
I think that they've already... It's weird how quickly they've cracked the code on Smash rules. That's all I need to say about it.
Yep.
It is weird how quickly they've cracked the rules on it, because immediately know that they just need to be a nuisance at this point, and they're far enough ahead. There's a lot of nuances to it, which I had not thought about before until we actually got into tournament proper. So honestly, very exciting rule set.
Silas, pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
Pretty big brain.
He's ready. They're so relaxed too right now. They've been in this situation before. They know exactly what they have to do. It's theirs to lose. And last but not least, ladies and
Wait,
gentlemen,
did you predict?
it is going to be Max Man pick.
Regnum Karya, no Smash.
Alrighty, so you know what? Let's get ready here as we're going to be going to the final game of the PMGO Uzbekistan 2025. I'm excited to find out who's going to end up winning. Could it be Regnum Karya? Could it be GOAT via the Smash rule? Boys, take it away.
You know, it's crazy that Maxman predicted 4MV in those final moments to get a 79-point game and win the entire thing. I don't know how he could have said that, to be honest. But we are going into our final match. We have gone the distance. The question is, Smash or no Smash?
Smashless. I think it's a smashless one. We'll see, though. I could be proven wrong very easily. We'll see what happens. I mean, for Regnum Karya, I think, honestly, for them, it has been a wonderful tournament. Like I said earlier, I think Silas absolutely deserves this win here at PMGO. That team, not just him, but his team as well. I mean, Wild, Loxy, they're all so good at the game. And I'm very, very proud to see their development over time, because they started on Regnum Karya looking really only gone from... All right. So even better to PMGC. They've almost got it. And now here at the PMGO, they're looking to take themselves an international stage. And I really do believe it can happen. But this is interesting. Regnum Karya heading down towards Picado. They decided not to go up towards La Cobleria because they assumed that Go Quality would be switching their drop spot, which they do have the Torre Armada. But if they drop La Cobleria, they could have held them out. But there's a lot of variables there. And I think you just want to take variables out the mix here for Regnum Karya. If they're able to get 10 points ahead, that 85-point margin, and Go goes out early, it's just over, really, at that point, isn't it? So Regnum Karya looking for a consistent game.
Seems to be what is on their minds. What will be at the forefront. I think, and they touched on it on the desk, the biggest conversation for me is Nigma Galaxy or GOAT Quality. In second place, who's going to be able to take that second place, that second fiddle? Because right now, GOAT Quality obviously 85 points, 7 points ahead of third place Nigma Galaxy. And I feel like Nigma Galaxy have started to turn up, especially in that last match. Maybe some missteps in those final moments, but either way, I think that is solvable.
Yeah, I think for Nigma Galaxy, the problem with them right now is that they are a very competent team that sometimes doesn't have the confidence in themselves to make maneuvers that they could pull off. And I think that it has taken quite a while, because Nigma Galaxy started out as a pretty haphazard team, to be honest, when it was put together. And slowly over time, they have learned each other's mentalities, how they play around one another, and have improved from there onwards, which is fantastic to see. And I think at this point in time, Nigma Galaxy just needs to take that next step and be like, yes, we can crash that compound. Yes, we can take this 4v4 easily. And they just haven't quite got there yet. But I'm really, really proud of all of them. And I love a team. More than anything, I love a team that sticks together and works through their problems, because that doesn't happen more than enough in PUBG Mobile. It's like one tournament loss and teams disband. So very, very happy to see Nigma Galaxy stick with this team, realize, you know, that there is potential there.
It's teams like Team Spirit that spring to mind when you talk about longevity. Obviously, there was a bit of a shuffle a year or two back, but they have had a fairly consistent setup. I mean, they are fairly solid there, but you're right, Regnum Kaya definitely now starting to keep themselves together, and Enigma Galaxy as well. These two teams, I mean, they're demonstrating what that sort of cohesion can do.
I just don't think this is how you win a game, though. GOAT must know they need a smash on this match. And if they were to overtake Regnum Kaya at 106 points, it would probably have to be a chicken dinner anyway, right?
No, just get like 23 elims.
Yeah.
Go down third.
So I think for GOAT, like playing up here, Torre Armada, it's so out of the way. It'll be a long rotate, so they're already starting themselves off on the back foot. Whereas Regnum Kaya just sits themselves dead central, and Picardo, very, very nice for them.
I mean, Tian was playing with his food on this point. At this point, there were 3 players from LGD staring down Zeptimus just then. They were like, should we get this point? They were like,
on.
Wait, I'm not ready.
Engage fire.
Engage. Bang, he's dead.
I mean, they confirmed it.
They did do that.
I'll give them that.
A whole point for LGD, 71 points. They are also technically in that conversation for second place. For the PEL, to be able to jump on up there would be good. Yeah. It would be probably one of the best performances we've seen from the region in quite a while, I would say.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm really sad about?
What are you really sad about?
No early smash.
Oh.
I wanted a match 4 smash.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
It's just been a normal day for me.
it's what we've seen, just so regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, Regnum Kaya were this close.
I will say, it has made it very exciting, though. So
I agree.
I like that about it.
It's true. Although I am going to sleep well tonight.
Yeah, just no 3-match smash. I will not be sleeping tonight. I have a flight very early.
Ah, that is true. Mine's in the afternoon. I'm pretty happy about that. Either way.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. Kind of is, actually. Kind of slick with it. Love a 3 p.m. flight. Regnum Kaya still just holding their nerve in the middle of the map. This match is entirely, this tournament is entirely dependent on what GOAT Quality opt to do here. They are now mounting up from Torre Armada. Where do they go? We could have a Creative Fields finish. We could go back to La Riera on a pretty crazy shift down to the southwest side, a Montenuevo kind of area. Enigma Galaxy, Paragin, rolls up in the buggy,
nice.
And the buggy rolls away from him. That should be an easy pickup, but Navallo has lead sent his way too. From off in the distance, Paragin goes down. He does get the point though, Navallo attributed for the Elim.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really many other places that Paragin could have gone there. He'd already scaled 500 feet up into the air. So DX Xavier do lose a player, which is pretty significant in terms of the points tables. 6th place right now, very close for a lot of teams around them. And honestly, 59 to 66, that's from 13th. There's a lot of movement towards the middle of the table.
Oh, there is. I mean, big games for anybody down towards maybe 10th could see them in 2nd place if a massive chicken dinner comes through. But it is all on elimination count. Enigma Galaxy are going to look to snaffle those away. So are LGD to try and push their way up to.
RMV very close to Regnum Kaya. GOAT still moving in on that northern side. R8's in front of them, over towards water treatment. Enigma Galaxy having that lineup across the hilltops. Oh, hiding. Regnum Kaya actually just hiding. Sneaky moves.
RMV close by.
Nice.
Briefus finds out Silas doesn't want to hide. Spotted by Top. Does get to cover. Is it going to be Resible? It's going to be a long way for them to go. Look at how far away they are. He is completely isolated. Silas with a bad time. The smoke's starting to bloom off in the distance. Regnum Kaya are mounting a mission here to get this one back in control.
I don't think the boys can get to him. I do not think the boys can get to him.
Oh, Black Esports. Lord Cedric. What's going on here then? Third party. Top says no. Back off. These are ours.
Circle moves up towards the north though, giving GOAT a good chance at this one.
Wow.
They could move down towards Hacienda itself quite quickly. And that's Silas being flushed out, leaving Regnum Karya on 3. Not a way you want to start your game. Loxy gets knocked by Doc. Is Regnum Karya going out this early in this match?
Made in. Toshbik needs to tag the res now. Loxy going down, and he will fall. Toshbik getting peppered. Off angle there, Wild behind the bales. They need to hide now. 106 may be drawn short. This is an opening, and things just got tenser.
It's literally Wild. Last alive for the team.
Yeah,
he's going to have to go the distance. I think, personally, the only problem with Smash rules for these teams is that it's absolutely getting into their mental space. And they literally changed up what they did last time, which I think worked perfectly. Toshbik flushed out, Wild, final player remaining, go towards water treatment. R8 being pressed right now by Nongshan Red Force. Wild's down. Regnum Karya out in 16th.
That is a turn up for the books. To close it down like that. A non-moving target now for GOAT quality, even if they don't get a chicken dinner. 21 points.
That's not impossible at all. It's an 11 elim game, which is a pretty casual chicken dinner.
Vinny on the door frame with a pump action for 1. Last player to stand for Nongshan Red Force. Ooh, 1v3 on the door frame. Binny bashes them back, but Nigma Galaxy on the outside here, looking to try and add to their tally. A lot of points to be snaffled away here. Narvalo picks up that first. 2 elims earned already, and now they're only 5 behind GOAT.
Not far behind at all, 80 at the moment. GOAT quality with that 85. Currently up towards water treatment. They've got fairly decent position to play around on these ridge sides, but the 721 is coming in thick and fast right now. Let's just read it. Regnum Karya are out. Okay? In 16. Are they just getting prepared for the ceremony, perhaps?
Silas is sitting back in his chair. I'm taking a look over to his desk right now. He is head reclined. He is chilling.
Part of the plan. We turned up, we had a good time, we went home.
One fight changes it all.
And by 4MV nonetheless. Team that has been sleeping.
That's what Maxman was saying.
Yeah.
A 50, 100 million elim game, and it starts with the tournament toppers.
Let's zero back in on this match for a second.
Understandable.
Northwest is GOAT quality. Trying to play on these bridge sides, but a lot of teams are going to be coming in quite quickly. 4MV, the pressure's off now, in which case they can decide that they can play the game again, apparently.
Lucky Cyber. Top taking shots. They're up to 5 elims, Blank.
Is that death?
No, it's only half his health bar. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's okay. Doc's there. I think they know he's on this corner. We'll be able to get
nice.
A look into the barrel.
Oh, yeah, this is the 4MV I remember.
They're actually kind of good at this game. I don't know if you guys realize this.
So 4MV taking down Regnum Karya at the start, potentially ruining the chances of the Turkish team taking PMGO. We'll have to wait and see for GOAT quality and what they'll do with the rest of this match. It also wouldn't be out of this world for Nigma Galaxy to surpass them. It would be. What would it be? 2 elims right now. 16. They'd need a 19 elim game. Pretty large.
Yeah, they would have to be in charge. That is for certain.
But not out of this world.
No. Maybe out of this galaxy? Out of this Nigma Galaxy?
That's right. That's crazy.
That's so, because you made that joke first, but I just like did it explicitly.
Yeah. Here's that replay of Doc taking down more and more players from Regnum Karya. GOAT is playing rather slow, which isn't really their MO. And again, this is what I'm talking about in terms of the way that the mental game kind of creeps in with the Smash rule, is that GOAT know they need a chicken dinner now, right? That is the essential turnout. It makes you play differently. It makes you play differently, and I think you can run simulations on how this would go down, but when it comes to the psychology of the players, that does switch things up.
You know what was crazy about that replay, by the way, for Nongshim Red Force? That was the last shell in the pump action shotgun for Binny to be able to take that 1v3 down. Every single shot counts.
Yeah, he's a recycling Binny.
That's right. He's in there, keeping the environment nice and green.
Circle moves off from that northwest, which forces GOAT Quality to move out into open ground. He can play underneath this ridge where Nepex is currently playing, but Nigma Galaxy extremely close.
They have pushed across the road. GOAT Quality.
Oh, I hate
the
this
building.
spot, man. I hate this spot so much.
How much further are Nigma Galaxy going to go? Now, Valo and Ralph wandering around, hopefully not aimlessly, nearby to Hellion. And if you're going to farm points, maybe that's the team to crash into. Falcon, Rarinho, Azik as well. Groza all pulling pins on nades. Redox is in for the backup position. No, he's in for the pickup.
So Ralph crashed that UAS, right?
Yeah. Oh.
And then ran away. Redox gets popped out, trying to save Ralph. Ralph will go onwards, though, you know? Thanks, Redox, but... That's sick, bro. I'm going to play without you now.
5 stars, no tip. Getting them out of dodge, and they've lost SnowX as well. They're down to 2 players, and I think their hopes are shrinking.
Yeah, we have to reiterate, it's a pretty essential game for them. I mean, it wasn't out of this galaxy to get up towards GOAT's position at 85 points. But now we are desperately far away from that position. And it's also possible that LGD overtakes Nigma Galaxy now, losing out this early on. The reason I don't like GOAT's position is because you kind of need to have an outpost over towards the ridge, towards that southeast side. And if you don't have that, you're very limited information on how the circle is going to be progressing and how it's changing into the future. And right now, GOAT's really playing a slow game. Little boy will find Binny.
And out in the open too, unfortunately. No amount of shotgun shells is going to save you from that spray down. Influence Rage currently holding Hacienda up on the top of the hill. They have got the manor house under control. Diego sits on the roof tiles. We'll try and dance over them. Keep things nice and calm. Nigma Galaxy sit in their shadow, but they will need some interstellar subterfuge to be able to get all the way through this match.
Yeah, it's not happening. R8 and Aki Cyber both out. Both had pretty good runnings.
Oh.
Nepex finding one over towards GO. It's a long distance shot though. Unlikely to be answered with an elimination. They will get them up. Dick Xavier though, spotted by 4MV. Currently on 8 eliminations this game. And climbing.
How many do they need? They started on 41, trying to get to 85. That is 40, 44, 40, 45.
Yeah, that's probably not happening. But they could just have a calm 5th place. Redeem themselves, final game.
That would be pretty chill of them, I think.
Right, so GOAT's starting to move out now. They absolutely need to. So they get up towards the ridge side, and this is where they need to get that scouting done. It is absolutely essential. Next circle drops, and it keeps them in on this ridge side. That's really quite nice for them. Might need to worry about teams crossing up over towards that north side, though, like Reject or DX Xavier, trying to take that position. The 7-2-1, though. Yonik scouts off to the west.
Could spot his forward position if he's lucky. Although luck really hasn't got anything to do with it. It's whether he's looking at his screen or not. Maybe but not going to go too far afield, not just yet. The zone starting to crunch them, putting the pressure on. Southeast side, remember, LGD not out of running, certainly for a second place. Maybe not first place, but still a chance for them. They've already got a point on the match.
Still quite a bit to keep track of here. Enigma Galaxy just hanging on as long as possible. Something similar towards that last game. So did GOAT, and they still got fairly far into the match. It's not unheard of. GOAT would have to go out fairly quickly, though, here if Enigma Galaxy want to leapfrog them. But even then, there's LGD, and like you say, 7-2-1. Barreling their way down the corridor towards the upper placements.
There is a calm that settles in the foothills of Hacienda for stage 5. The moves to be made yet to come through. The 721 aggressors push up to the circle fairly straight away. Not too much. On the western side, out of San Martin, a little bit of conflict from DX Xavier and Reject, but will simmer down. LGD, the major push, and it will be enacted. Tian, the first, on the off angle, crashes into the side building, unoccupied. The second two follow up. Lings and Afu into the building, but Lings goes boom as Ramses lays a landmine beneath him. Mao Mao low HP with the M249 that rattles off a couple. Will go down in response, so it's 2 players versus 3. Mao Mao flushed. Ruzan in for the building. Molotov onto the top floor. No window hops this time. Afu wants the fight. Goes downstairs to try and flush out the pretender to it. Ruzan with the DBS spots it. Puts him down, and LGD may be falling here and now.
I mean, they're already massively diminished. And that Molotov should do the trick. He is just out of the way of it somehow. I have no clue how. Molotov will burn out his teammate.
They should know. He's on this corner, the third party.
Tian's still up.
Influence Rage now over the ridgeline. 4MV as well, also up to 10 elims on this southeast side.
Makes no sense how Tian doesn't go down there. I don't know what kind of elevation he had. Ling's very low. Molotov will finish it off. That's the player to do it. Circle will be closing now. We can refocus back over towards GOAT quality. Stuck out on the northwest edge. This will push them in. This will force their hand.
Upgrade with 2 players on the southeast side. LGD fall for the PEL, 4th place at the moment, with the 721 aggressors wanting to take that away from them. They have had their moments here, but it is not where we will be putting our attention for the remainder of this game. 4MV finally take a casualty. They have been in the wars so far and profiting mightily from it.
Molotov looking for even more. Unreal plays coming through from this guy all today. A huge elimination game coming off our previous Miramar. Now GOAT are gearing up to go. You can see them all in their vehicles. What's their next move? Reject crawls over towards the eastern side, and they're heading over towards Nepex. They know they have to do something. This is the moment
That could decide the tournament if they're able to clean through it. Horns down, head first, Goats charge in. Nepex on the backside of this compound don't have a front hold on it, and that's going to allow them up to the wall fairly cleanly. Varanik does take a little bit of damage, but they have the time to go for this one. The 721 aggressors could maybe flow in for a third party on this if they want to find the points, which I would hazard a guess that they do. We'll see if that comes into effect.
This could be good.
Ego nade up on high. Lands it? No, not quite on.
Now they know where he is as well, which is a little bit problematic, but they've given space here, allowed the 2 compounds at the front for GOAT to get in. Nades flowing through. Rex takes a little bit of a tickle there. GOAT's been saving utility for this moment in time. Nepex looking to hold them out. They've done it multiple times before with several other teams, but never quite with a team like GOAT.
Ego, again, another nade in, and it finds Domain. An opener onto the corner building. You can see Mukesh and Precious immediately needing to respond here. They're pushing in, but GOAT Quality are hot on this fight, on the trail of an Elim. And there they go, in for Rex. Ego first down, though. Will not be able to win the face. Mukesh has the backup. Baronet is next. GOAT Quality falling. Banati the last to stand. Their hopes dwindling before their very eyes. Out in the open of the yard. Will be going for the fight with Precious, and it is all over for them. The GOATs made mincemeat of by Nepex in the compound. And now it's only Nigma Galaxy that can change this. But Regnum Karya, I think they've realized. 2 thumbs up from Silas, he's happy.
It's done and dusted. The last storyline here is Nigma Galaxy pushing through to a 2nd place. The 7-2-1, 69 points, looking to go even further from the eastern side. And Nigma Galaxy bear down upon by Influence Rage and the Butcher himself up north.
Reject rolling across to Hellions. The southwest side needs to conclude. 14 Elims for 4MV, by the way. They are popping off here. Falcon down first as Reject make the breach happen. Raurinho has to hold the corner with a DBS, but it's the nade from Groza to find the damage. Duello goes down, 1 for 1 on the trade. No third party yet, but 4MV getting ready to stick in for this fight. Open sides on this warehouse. They have the open doors to play around. Duello flushed away. The nade from Raurinho forced away by the burn from the Molotov, and Groza hops across the high ground.
Hellion trying to keep them in check right now. Raurinho keeping this one going. Nigma Galaxy awaiting that inevitable push. The MG3 in action.
Apollo with the nade. 4MV moving in, trying to get ahead of this curve. Groza down next. A nade in from Ragey. A nade in from Ragey. 2 go down. And now it's the last to fall. Reject. Hold it out. Hellion fall finally. 16th place locked in. They will not go no further. But who will find the opening? Nigma Galaxy on the east side with 6 teams remaining. They need to start racking up these elims. These placement points will start to come too. 4MV may have their story cut short, and they will fall. 15 elims, 14th place.
Reject starts to work their way up the tables, but Nepex unwilling to give ground here as they move on down. Reject has a new task ahead of them. Nigma Galaxy holding out down towards the southeast side. We are in the top 5 now. Nigma Galaxy needs 4 more points. 6 more points.
Who wins the tiebreaker? That's the question. GOAT have at least 1 chicken dinner.
It's definitely GOAT that wins the tiebreaker, so they need 6.
Clean 6. The 721 aggressors not out a possibility that they could also take this 2nd place away, Blank. 69 points to 85 is jumpable with a chicken dinner and 4 players alive, starting to light up. Over towards Rex, not going to get the flush yet though.
Spidey, the 721 aggressors, it goes central once again, forcing teams into the battleground. A cage match between 5 squads, all chomping at the bit on these tables.
It has been so close over the last 2 days, Blank. And it is always going to be close all the way to the end. The divisions between these teams, almost impossible to see through. No light can make it past that gap. Shoulder to shoulder with one another as they march towards stage 9.
5 teams in stage 8. A lot of players still in this one. Nigma Galaxy's got a lot of skin in the game here. Refusing to go down in 3rd. Airdrop picked up by Divine. Holy Bullets added to the roster.
Push from 721 aggressors. Backed off. Scouting done. Yonik dropped off. Has to hit the deck. Damage was sent his way. That's all the way from south from Influence Rage. Nade in from Yonik. Looks for pressure, short of the rock. The Molotov behind it. Enigma Galaxy have an angle too, but they have to move. Spray down from Aggressor. Good for one, good for Flush. That goes to Divine. From Reject, could be crucial. Still no points for the 721 Aggressors, but they have a position now, and Nepex wants to try and change that. Aggressor around the edge, can't land the shotgun, but the Butcher's here to play. And the UMP able to take it down, retribution found, but through it all, Enigma Galaxy now alone on the east side.
Butcher in the north had to move over towards the west to help out. 721 still grinding, still pushing. 5th place looking to move over the top from LGD, and they should do just that with the placement points alone. We are in the final circle. 5 teams remain.
Enigma Galaxy have claimed a point blank with 1. They need 5 more. Reject, eliminate, influence, rage. They're picking up the points. 2nd place would be all Enigma Galaxy need on the eastern side. Can they find it? The blue zone's pushing them in. Aggressor. I don't think they have the points to reach 2nd, but can they assist Enigma Galaxy in their ascendancy? Out into the smoke. Will be shut down if they go down now. Ralph is low. Duello falls. Nepex. 3 teams remain. Ralph is there. Novello needs it. Novello, stay alive. That's all you need to find. The 721 Aggressor with the nades over the top. Reject now. Looking to keep it together. The blue zone's pushing, and he's going to get the res.
Navarro, their solo sentinel, needs to hold out on this southeast edge. The 721 Aggressors, they've got a foe in front of them. It is Reject, rejecting the possibility of going out in 3rd here.
Reject sightlines towards Navallo. He makes it to the tree. The 721 Aggressors spot Ralph down again. Only Navallo. He's out in the blue zone. He's going to go down. That's disaster for Enigma Galaxy. How are they going to close this one out, though? As our attention turns to the table toppers. Reject getting overwhelmed by the hometown crowd, but it is not about them now. It is about Regnum Karya. It is about the PMGO title. A great way to close it down here for Uzbekistan, but Turkey. Tumultuous applause.
Regnum Karya, assisted by the rising sun in PMGC, but now that sun sets here in PMGO. And Silas takes yet again another international at PMGO.
A fantastic close down, going down in 16th place, but it matters not a jot. GOAT quality could not go the distance. The mountain was too tall. And as they take to the stage, Toshbik, Wild, Loxy, and Silas. Regnum Karya.
Ladies and gentlemen, 90,000 amateur players from over 150 countries, and we have found our champion. Uzbekistan, make some noise. It is your 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Open Champions, Regnum Karya Esports.
Qadrli teletomoshabinlar, aziz do'stlar, 150 dan ortiq davlatlardan 90 mingdan ortiq havaskor o'yinchilar orasidan chempion nomini aniqladik. Demak, birgalikda qarshi olamiz Regnum Karya Esports.
Wow, that was a nail-biting situation right until the bitter end. Gentlemen, we have to have a quick conversation, don't we, here on the main stage? I've got to first and foremost say, we were here through the heartache at PMGC, so close yet so far. Now you've come back stronger than ever. Try to describe how you guys feel right now.
Nasıl hissettiğinizi böyle bir büyük zaferden sonra bize biraz anlatmak ister misiniz?
Yani çok mutluyuz. Çalıştık, başardık.
Daha yolun başındayız bu sene. Kazanmamız gereken çok şey var. Destekleriniz için teşekkür ediyorum. Sağ olun.
We are so happy. We really studied, worked a lot, and we are here. And it's just the started of the way, so we have just started. We have so many things to win for this year. So thanks for your support.
We also had obviously the implementation of Smash rules in this, so it made it very, very nerve-wracking. Describe what it was like sitting there and waiting to see if you were going to be surpassed by GOAT quality.
Smash kuralının gerekliliklerinden dolayı takımın kaybetmesine, ya ölmesine rağmen orada oturup beklemek, şampiyon olup olamayacağınızı bilemeden oturmak, sessizce durmak nasıl bir duyguydu?
PMGC'den daha gergin olduk. Yani gergindik bayağı. Cidden zordu yani oturup beklemek. Yani geçmiyordu zaman. Şu öldüklerini anlayınca çok şükür şampiyon olduğumuzu anladık.
It was much more stressful than PMGC, so it was really hard for us. And when we got that the GOAT killed, the other team killed, we got that we are the champions, so we were just relieved.
I mean, one final thing before I let you guys go. The crowd here have been absolutely phenomenal, and you could hear the support throughout the entire arena for the whole duration of today. What would you like to say to them? What would you like to say to your fans and your family at home who have been supporting you on this journey?
Hayranlarınıza ve sizi destekleyen bu süreçte sizin yanınızda olan ailenize ne söylemek istersiniz?
Bizi destekleyen herkese çok teşekkür ediyorum. Daha bir başlangıç. Daha fazla kazanmak istiyoruz. Anneme ve babama da selam gönderiyorum.
Thanks for supporters, and this is just beginning. So, and I'm saying hi to my dad and mom.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on stage. Congratulations once again. We'll have you back on stage soon for our ceremony for the end of the show. But for now, we're going to head back to the analyst desk to break everything down of what we just saw in that match.
Regnum Karya, finally, after what happened in PMGC 2024, being able to become the champions here at 2025 PMGO, and Silas becomes one of the only few players to have 2 global trophies to his name.
Yeah, joining the ranks of Nova Esports, of Vampire, able to win 2 global trophy events, and the man is king once again. One of the best, if not now you can maybe say the best IGL currently in PUBG Mobile Esports. That man is just so damn good, and he proves it once more here in Uzbekistan.
So good. Every play that they came in that they weren't thwarted by was really, really, really good. We saw so much come in from them. We saw the aggression. We saw the strategy. We saw those epic rotations as well. Fully deserved. I think everybody watching is going to be rooting for them. So a massive, massive congratulations to Regnum Karya.
That was first place.
It was.
With that finish, we don't know who ended up second place, because GO did end up getting eliminated, and they weren't able to score any eliminations. On top of that, we saw NigmaGalaxy having 2 players alive, and then the heroes, in a way, here of Uzbekistan trying to make a push to the top 3. So you know what? Let's find out what the final rankings are, as we're going to be going to overall. And who is in second place?
The NigmaGalaxy! They beat the third place!
Second place, being
1 point!
1 point. GOAT goes all the way down to 4th place. Tied at 85 apiece.
Oh my goodness me!
Redox, we were chatting to him earlier, saying 3rd place, he wants to dodge it, they make it. The 2nd place is finally secured, they get the silver. But the tie for 3rd place, T721, having one of the biggest step-ups in the very last game. Absolute madness from this Uzbekistan team.
If for some reason this would have ended up being tied between T721 and NigmaGalaxy, they would have ended up winning because they did have 2 chicken dinners. But NigmaGalaxy, with those 2 players alive, being able to just stay alive a little bit longer, are able to finally clutch up a 2nd place after a heartbreaking 3rd place at PMGC.
Norvalo is the man, the myth, the legend from France specifically.
Yes!
Able to push them up at the last hurdle. Oh my word. Like, I'm looking at this Nigma roster. they have what it takes to win global trophies. I really hope to see this team stick together because, oh my word, these guys are crazy good at the good old PUBG Mobile.
They're showing it over and over again. Now let's keep going down the list. GOAT, as I mentioned, they end up going from 2nd place all the way to 4th. Rejects, the defending champions, they make it all the way to 5th. LGD, a team that looked like they were going to be challenging for that Smash rule. A team that looked like coming into today like they could be champions. They finished in 6th place.
It's rough. That is rough. But NepX, I want to talk about them. They really stepped up today. Only missing 6th place by 1 point and actually beating Nongshim by 1 point as well. So very, very well fought by NepX and Nongshim as well. Able to stay on the top of that leaderboard.
Yeah, we also did see LGD, no chicken dinner. I know this team can do amazing stuff. I just hope their next global event we do see a little bit more from LGD, hopefully. But second page, 4MV just became the villains of PMGO 2025. Just chasing down Regnum Kari. We're like, what is going to happen? They made that suspense happen purely because of their move.
I know I said Top wasn't angry that I told him that he's been sleeping, but I think I finally made him wake up. Or at least the whole team woke up with those 15 eliminations that they were able to get.
I'm sorry. Out of 58 points, 52 are eliminations, 6 placement points.
IHE.
Excuse me?
Again?
This team, to be fair, I gotta give this team some props in regards to, yes, all of their points are coming in from those eliminations. If they can narrow down max those placement points, this could be a scary team if they end up qualifying to PMWC.
This is just the beginning of their adventure, right, heading into PMGO. Though I do want to talk about 2 teams, Aki Cyber and also Upgrade. Local team having a little bit of a taste here of some of the best PUBG Mobile esport level out there, and I really hope we do see them come back stronger in their next adventure.
There you have the elimination leaders. Wow. 20, 20, 20. And just to make it fair, Loxy there finishing off with the 20 and Doc 19.
That's, I mean, that's 20-20-20 vision, right? That's 20-20-20.
He got 19 out of the 52 elims, right?
Yeah.
That's a crazy ratio for Doc to have.
That's crazy.
What? Okay.
Wow, all right, like a third of those elims, sure, why not? I mean, we knew it, he had it in him, but my goodness me. Molodoy coming in there from Upgrade. Tizzy,
how many of those elims did he get as a solo? Because he was always just
many. He was always just solo.
That's mad. Hey, Tizzy, I'm excited.
You, sir. Well done.
Yes,
Chuka.
you.
Chuka.
But you know what? That was just the elimination leaders. I want to see who's going to be the main event MVP. For everybody watching at home, take a quick guess. Who's it going to be? Any guesses?
Ooh, I don't know, man.
I really don't.
All right, that's fine, because I don't know either. So you know what? Show us who is the MVP in just a bit. We're leaving the suspense build up. We're letting you guys do the math in your head. I'm actually trying to think of who could be the MVP. I mean, but we just had so many good performances from a lot of players.
It might be Narvello, actually. He was popping off in Game 5. But then... No. All right, I'm just throwing it out there.
I think it might have to be somebody from those top eliminations.
Yeah, that's fair. Tizzy? Tizzy. Yeah. I'm going with Tizzy.
No, survival time's going to be way too low. No.
Oh. No, but he survived to like 3rd place in one of those games.
Could be Loxy.
Yeah. Molodoy. Like,
Molodoy, maybe.
I mean,
Molodoy was popping off.
Where's the damage? Like, what's the survival time looking like? I'm not sure. Like, there's so many things than just eliminations to take into account for MVP.
Same with Molodoy. He did end up, I think it was in one match, 11 eliminations. So we don't know what happened with that. Well, you know what? I think it's time we stop guessing and we actually end up showing the main event MVP, because I'm ready for it. Everybody's ready for it. And it's none other than Doc!
What?
Finally, he gets an MVP award outside of CSA. I did not know it was possible, but the man does it despite one of the worst performances of 4MV.
That's hysterical. No way.
4MV are currently looking at this result and they are just laughing at themselves.
How do we have an MVP with 17 minutes?
Laughing at V not only has 1 PMGC MVP, not only 2 PMGC MVPs, they can also add Doc to that lineup, which is now the 2025 PMGO MVP.
Like, winning the tournament, I sleep. MVP?
Oh yeah,
ready.
Money in my pocket.
okay, I was like, oh man, there's no way we outbeat PMGC last game of last year, and I'm like, so many confusing things happening.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, man.
That's crazy.
This PMGO has been amazing. It's been a pleasure working with you, Max. It's been a pleasure working with you, Neptura. My name is the 7WG, but let's send it over to Barney.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the main stage for the 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Open closing ceremony. We would like to kick things off by inviting a very special guest up here onto the main stage to present our third place finishers check. It is, of course, the General Manager of PUBG Mobile Publishing and Global Esports and Head of Emerging Markets Publishing, Tencent Games, Herman Zhao.
Xonimlar va janoblar, Toshkent shahri mezbonlik qilgan PUBG Mobile Global Open'ning qaynoq taassurotlarini davom ettiramiz va hozirgina bizni yonimizga kelib qo'shilgan inson taqdirlash marosimida bizga yaqindan yordam beradi. Xalqaro esports va PUBG Mobile nashriyoti bosh direktori, yangi yo'nalishlar va nashrlar bo'yicha direktor Herman Zhao janoblari. Qarsaklar eshitilmayapti.
And now, in third place at the 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Open, make some noise for the 7-2-1 aggressors!
Qadrli do'stlar, 3-chi o'rin sohiblari, vakillarimiz, qarsaklar bilan qarshi oling. Z721 aggressor jamoasi. Ular uchun 40 ming AQSh dollari mukofoti taqdim etilyapti. Olqishlab turamiz.
Congratulations, gentlemen. There is a check for $40,000 that you are holding right there. An absolutely impressive performance, and hopefully this will fuel your fire for your next live event.
Qarsaklar eshitilmayapti, qadrli do'stlar. Tabriklaymiz, sog' bo'ling, salomat bo'ling.
Herman, you stay right here. You can stay here. And now, please welcome to the stage your second place finishers at the PUBG Mobile Global Open 2025, Nigma Galaxy.
Ikkinchi o'rin sohiblari, Nigma Galaxy jamoasi.
And Herman is going to present you with your check for $50,000. Congratulations.
Ular uchun 50 ming AQSh dollari mukofoti topshirildi. Qarsaklar bilan olqishlab qo'yamiz.
You should all be so proud of yourselves. Congratulations once again, and we cannot wait to see you at the next competition. And thank you again to Herman Zhao for joining us here on the main stage. Okay, it is about that time. It is time to welcome to the stage. Oh, it is indeed your General Manager of Lightspeed Studios, Quantum Studios, and Airplay Studio Tencent Games, Mr. Silite Yang. And of course, it is also the producer of PUBG Mobile and General Manager of Lightspeed Studios Tencent Games, Rick Lee.
Demak, birinchi o'rinni taqdirlash uchun sahnaga taklif etildi. Lightspeed hamda Airplay studiyasi va Tencent Gaming bosh direktori Silite Yang hamda PUBG Mobile produseri Lightspeed studiyasi va Tencent Gaming bosh direktori Rick Lee janoblari. Demak,
and now it is time to welcome back to the main stage your champions of the 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Open, Regnum Carrier Esports.
PUBG Mobile Global Open'ning chempionlari Regnum Carrier Esports jamoasi qarshi oling.
And you have this check right here for $100,000. Congratulations.
Ular uchun 100,000 AQSh dollari mukofoti taqdim etildi.
You finished in style and it was truly spectacular to witness. Congratulations once again. Okay, Rick Lee, Silat Yang, thank you so much for joining us here on the main stage. You may now exit the stage. Regnum Carrier, I'm going to take this check from you, and I would like you for one final time to lift that trophy and cement your legacy in PUBG Mobile esports history books. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise one more time for your champions, Regnum Carrier Esports.
Regnum Carrier jamoasi Chempionlik kubogini ko'tarmoqda.
What an absolutely phenomenal week of competition we have had here in Tashkent, but from the Uzbekistan finals to the prelims, and now with our Smash Rules main event, we couldn't have asked for a better set. Congratulations once again to our 2025 PMGO champions, Regnum Carrier Esports. Thank you so much to all of the players, to all of production and talent for putting on such a fantastic event. My name is Barney Banks, and that is Maruf over there, and we will see you at our next event. Good night.
Xonimlar va janoblar, bir hafta davomida kibersport muxlislarining e'tibori Toshkent shahriga qaratildi. O'zbekiston finalidan to asosiy musobaqalargacha hammani hayajonda ushlab turgan ushbu chempionatga va ijodiy jamoaga minnatdorchilik izhor etamiz. Men Ma'rufxo'ja va hamkasbim Barni shu nuqtada siz bilan xayrlashamiz.